shores of the Black Sea in Sochi. And we're underway. Both teams known for wearing red. Portugal is the designated home team. Get to wear that color. Spain changing to white. Portugal, the European champions. Cristiano Ronaldo in tow, trying to show them what they did. A lot of ties, a lot of wins in extra time. One win in a shootout 2 summers ago at the European Championship was not a fluke. And looking long up this left side. Ronaldo holding off David Silva. Ronaldo, is that contact? Yes, it is. Penalty. Penalty for Portugal. Barely 2 minutes on the board. Gianluca Rocchi points to the spot. He is being checked, as are all these match-critical decisions in the VAR room in Moscow against David De Gea, Premier League goalkeeper of the year the last 4 seasons with Manchester United. All-time leading scorer for Portugal, a chance to make his mark at this World Cup. After 3.5 minutes, and he does! Will this be his World Cup?
Well, he's a man that's no stranger to pressure. Cold-blooded, steps up, De Gea goes the other way, and he just passes it into the corner. And what a start for Portugal. They've been on the front foot from the first minute in this game.
Jordi Alba couldn't find the connection with Isco, who was making... Couldn't hit the target, though.
Yeah, much better build-up there from Spain, and it was Sergio Ramos who drove into midfield.
He scored 9 goals in 10 qualifying matches on the bench to begin the night. Again, it's got the start. Good pressure, though, by Portugal to win it away, but it's going to be a foul coming. And a card as well. He's back into the middle, though, and a late charging tackle to break it up. That was a long run back for Jordi Alba. Guerrero.
Low and hard in the corner. And you see right there, there is a check from the referee and from video assistant.
Pepe is still down. This is what they're looking at. Check over, they say. Spain has been denied a go-ahead goal by a matter of inches.
Well, and Jordi Alba in the follow-up here, he stops and he's looking at the assistant referee for a decision.
You see him pointing to his watch. That's where he gets the goal line technology decision.
He's offside, so he would have been offside either way, but that is close. A thunderbolt there from Isco.
David Silva. Diego Costa, Isco's running in the middle, trying to play there. Trying to cap off his incredible career with a big moment in a World Cup. Just rolled it wide.
And what a spell of play. Little flick around the corner. Diego Costa, that cues Jordi Alba to go. He's all the way to the end line, and he decides to cut it back. And Iniesta just catches across this one. I think it just took the slightest of touches there.
Jose Fonte got a shot away. Comfortable stuff for Rui Patricio to make his first save of the night.
Well, great little pass here from David Silva. The weight on the... Isco has a little look over his shoulder to see where Fonte is. Cuts back on the left foot. What a big mistake here. And watch Ronaldo. He's offside in the build-up to this play. But he's not directly impacted him. He gets his body behind it, but it just takes the slightest of deflections. Here you go, off of his hand, into the back of the net.
And that is the end of the half. Boy, have our friends in Red Square got a lot to talk about. We'll hand you over to Rob Stowe now as Ronaldo jogs off. 45 minutes down, 45 to go here in Sochi. It's Portugal 2, Spain 1. And at 10 p.m. local time here in Sochi, Joe Moutinho trying to play it in for David Silva. Well read. Guerrero to intercept. Great little move as well. Going to begin the sequence. Ramos coming up the back there to win it back. Iniesta, Koke, Iniesta. Diego Costa slipped as he was making his run. Iniesta then was tripped up. Free kick for Spain. I'm going to have you flag for offside if you're going to influence the way Portugal defends this from there. Koke the touch. David Silva playing it in. Body's already
ordered. And just what we had talked about. Silva to the back post. You hope that Nacho gets up and wins it. And Diego Costa, right place, right time. And it is so hard to pick up a striker like that when he's standing behind you because he knows that you have to drop. But then it's...
They keep it in play for Jordi Alba. Back from David Silva. Isco weaving his way through. Jordi Alba trying to return it, was knocked away. David Silva getting first to the loose ball. Fakes the cross. Inside for Isco, too far, but it pinged around. Falls to the far side. It's Nacho! Off the bar and in! The injury replacement!
This is a screamer from Nacho. He finds himself in an advanced position. A little tiki-taka here on the near side. Doesn't quite come off. Silva tries to find Isco. All the Portuguese players get drawn towards the ball, and then bang! In off the post. Inch perfect from the right back from Real Madrid. Just cuts across it, and you see it bending in towards that right post.
The bar has been set for goal of the tournament on day 2.
And game of the tournament.
Now here comes Ronaldo, weaving past one, tripped up by the second, free kick for Portugal. His cross into the middle, it was missed, hit wide. Diego Costa looking for his hat trick, couldn't hit the target.
2 a.m. Pacific should be perfect for a few people, just getting in from the bar.
For Quaresma outside of the foot. Sounds like you're directing that comment at specific people, but...
Let's see if Portugal now, John, with 12 minutes to go, can they dig a little bit deeper?
That was less than 3 minutes apart. 55th minute from Costa, 58th minute. Screamer from Nacho. Both posted in. Canceling out the Ronaldo penalty and the De Gea howler. We barely said Ronaldo's name in the second half. Right in Cristiano Ronaldo range. So we'll dip inside the last 4 minutes of normal time. And the opening night for them at the World Cup as European champions. David De Gea already let 2 past him tonight. That's to play! It's 3-all!
And the stage was set for the great around the wall. The technique through the middle of it to where it dips right underneath. Nothing David De Gea can do. He knows it. They came to see Ronaldo, and he delivered.
He's done that.
There's no chance, based on the last 25-30 minutes, John, that Portugal should even have had a chance right now.
That was Koke there. We'll see for sure in a moment. Ball stayed in play on the far side. Quaresma lifting it in. Ronaldo was trying to get up.
What if I told you that one match could completely redefine the legacy of an entire generation? Not because of a trophy, not because of one magical goal, but because of who stands on the opposite side. Portugal versus Spain isn't just another football game. It's two neighboring nations with decades of rivalry, world-class talent in every position, and two completely different football philosophies colliding on the biggest stage. One side believes in control, the other believes in moments. One side wants to dominate the ball, the other wants to punish every mistake. And when these two meet, history says absolutely anything can happen. For Portugal, this could be Cristiano Ronaldo's final opportunity to eliminate one of football's greatest rivals on the world's biggest stage. For Spain, it's another chance to prove that their new golden generation isn't just the future, they are already the present. So the question is, who actually has the advantage?
Let's dive in.
Every great football rivalry has a story. Portugal versus Spain isn't built on hatred, it's built on respect, mixed with decades of unforgettable battles. Think back to the unforgettable World Cup classic when Cristiano Ronaldo produced one of the greatest individual performances ever seen against Spain, completing a stunning hat-trick with a breathtaking late free kick. Then there were tense knockout matches decided by tiny moments, penalty shootouts, late winners, games where one mistake changed everything. That's why predicting this fixture has always been almost impossible. These teams know each other too well. There are no surprises, no secrets, only execution. And that's exactly why this match becomes a tactical chess battle rather than a simple football game. Spain's identity hasn't changed. Possession, movement, patience. They don't just pass the ball, they slowly take away your energy. Every sequence forces defenders to think. Every rotation creates another problem. And leading that orchestra is one of football's smartest midfields. Pedri controls rhythm like few players in world football. Rodri brings calm under pressure and rarely gives the ball away. Together, they make opponents run and run and run. That's exactly what Portugal must survive. But here's where things become fascinating. Portugal are no longer just the team that depends on Ronaldo. This squad has evolved. Vitinha has become one of Europe's smartest midfield conductors. João Neves covers enormous ground and refuses to stop pressing. Bruno Fernandes can split any defense with one pass. And then there's Nuno Mendes. Perhaps the biggest individual battle of the night revolves around him, because on his side waits one of Spain's most dangerous attacking weapons. If Portugal leave Nuno isolated for 90 minutes, Spain will eventually find a breakthrough. Not because Nuno isn't good enough, but because even the world's best defenders eventually lose one duel against elite wingers. That's football. Which raises the biggest tactical question. Should Portugal attack with full freedom or sacrifice attacking flair to protect their defensive shape? Many fans naturally want their most creative lineup. But knockout football rarely rewards the most exciting team. It rewards the most balanced one. That's why defensive discipline could become Portugal's greatest weapon. Imagine quick recoveries, fast counterattacks, explosive transitions. Instead of fighting Spain on their terms, Portugal could force Spain into uncomfortable situations. Every turnover suddenly becomes dangerous. Every misplaced pass becomes a sprint toward goal. That's exactly how underdogs become champions. And speaking of Ronaldo, no matter what critics say, his influence stretches far beyond goals. His movement still attracts defenders. His presence changes defensive positioning. Young teammates gain confidence simply because he's standing beside them. Even if he doesn't score, he changes matches. But here's the uncomfortable reality. Can he still play an entire match at maximum intensity? Modern football demands constant pressing, relentless running, high-speed transitions. Managing Ronaldo's minutes could become one of the biggest decisions of the night. Substitute him too early, fans criticize. Leave him on too long, the team could suffer physically. That's pressure few managers would envy. And while everyone focuses on Ronaldo, another battle could quietly decide everything: the midfield. Because whoever controls that area usually controls the match. Can Portugal disrupt Spain's passing rhythm? Can João Neves match Rodri's intelligence? Can Vitinha dictate tempo against Pedri? These aren't just individual duels. They are battles that determine who spends more time attacking and who spends the night chasing shadows. But football never follows the script. One injury, one red card, one defensive mistake, one moment of brilliance, everything changes. And that's exactly why this rivalry never disappoints. Because no matter how much analysts prepare, football always finds a new ending. But if Portugal truly want to shock one of the tournament favorites, the answer may not come from Ronaldo or Bruno Fernandes or even Vitinha. It might come from one tactical adjustment almost nobody is talking about. And that's where everything changes. The biggest knockout matches are rarely decided by talent alone. They're decided by courage, not just the players, the manager. Because eventually there comes a moment when difficult decisions must be made. Do you protect a lead or chase another goal? Do you trust experience or throw on fearless young legs? Against Spain, every substitution matters. Fresh legs become priceless, especially if the match stretches into extra time. History has shown that these heavyweight clashes often remain level deep into the game. That's when physical condition becomes just as important as technical quality. Portugal's bench could become one of their greatest strengths. Explosive attackers entering against tired defenders can completely transform momentum. Meanwhile, Spain possess incredible depth of their own. Fresh midfielders, dynamic wide players, experienced defenders. there are very few weaknesses in this squad, which explains why so many experts consider Spain among the strongest teams in international football. But tournaments aren't won on paper. Every World Cup reminds us of that. Favorites fall, underdogs rise, legends are created overnight. That's why belief matters. Portugal don't need to dominate possession. They don't need twice as many passes. They simply need to win the moments that matter. One interception, one counter-attack, one perfect finish. Championship football often comes down to inches, and perhaps that's why this matchup feels so special. It's not just stars against stars, it's philosophy against philosophy. Patience versus intensity. Control versus transition. Experience versus youthful confidence. Every duel carries meaning. Every tackle sends a message. Every save changes emotions inside the stadium. Then comes the psychological battle. Imagine the pressure. Spain know they're expected to win. Portugal know they're capable of upsetting them. Sometimes expectations become a heavier burden than pressure itself. If Portugal score first, everything changes. Spain suddenly become impatient. The crowd grows nervous. Passing becomes rushed. Open spaces appear. But if Spain strike early, Portugal must avoid panic, because chasing the game against one of the world's best possession teams can become exhausting. That's why the opening 20 minutes may be more important than the final 20. Stay organized, avoid mistakes, remain patient, build confidence, then wait for the right opportunity, and never underestimate momentum. Football has an incredible way of rewarding belief. One spectacular save can energize an entire team. One sliding tackle can lift thousands of supporters. One incredible goal can become part of football history forever. Regardless of the final score, matches like Portugal versus Spain remind us why we love this sport. Not because outcomes are predictable, because they are not. Because 90 minutes can create memories that last generations. Heroes emerge, dreams collapse, legacies grow. And somewhere between the pressure, the tactics and the emotion, football produces magic once again. When the final whistle blows, only one nation will continue its journey. But both teams will have added another unforgettable chapter to one of international football's greatest rivalries. And years from now, fans won't simply remember who won. They'll remember how it felt to witness two football giants leave absolutely everything on the pitch.